Hello and welcome to a noobreview.com retro quick look video. I am joined by Adam Radcliffe.
Hello.
And Jason Borlase.
Hello. Hi.
And today, in case you couldn't tell by the obvious graphic at the start, we are looking at Power Stone on the Dreamcast.
A Power Stone War, as that announcer would say.
Possibly the funnest fighting game ever.
Yeah,
well,
it has everything really. It's just absolutely off its head. It's you could the whole environment is yours to destroy or use as a weapon. And,
yes, and it's so wonderfully fast and smooth. It's perfectly playable even now. Over 10 years, 12, 13 years since it was released?
Something like that.
It doesn't seem like that. It's still more progressive than any other fighting game I've seen. There's more going on. There's more things you have to keep track of, and it's more interactive. Importantly,
I completely agree with you.
And most importantly, if you're playing it with friends like we used to do a lot, it'll actually get you into real fights.
Well, I just jump B and stomp on your head all day, and you couldn't do anything.
This is what I love the most, though, when you get the Power Stones and become a superhero.
A Super Saiyan, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Which, in a two-player match, isn't slightly unfair. It's not really. You can easily fight them off, but it's just that if you get 4 players involved...
That's Power Stone 2.
Oh, well... Sorry, excuse me, you are the expert.
You have confused your Power Stones there.
I have.
Yeah.
I just made myself look like a bigger idiot.
Yeah, I'll put you in the back and shoot you back for that.
Nice KO, though.
Yeah. But we talked about the Power Stones enough. Like, basically, when you collect 3, you turn into a super being, and if you press the triggers, they'll do a special attack, and that will exhaust all of your power. But it would do his most powerful attack, and it's very, very hard to dodge.
That's right. Yes.
And
it's one of the key things that kind of separates Power Stone from Power Stone 2 is the fact that there are only 3 Power Stones in this. Whereas in Power Stone 2, I believe you could have up to 9.
What?
Yeah,
what?
If you went into the settings,
I think more than one player can be powered up at once, I think.
That appeared.
I don't remember that. Thank you for reminding me.
But I prefer this to the sequel, because the sequel seems like more of a party game than this. This is more focused.
Yeah.
It's easy to keep track of what's happening. There's less vehicles and turrets.
I always like Galuda. Is that his name?
Yeah, Galuda, yeah. well remembered.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, depending on the power of the characters, they'll actually throw the things in like faster, harder at people. They have different statistics that'll indicate what they can do with weapons and poles. Like, the stronger characters can grab that pole next to Galuda and just actually yank it out of the ground and whack him with it, because he's so buff, I guess.
Just like that.
Just like that, yeah.
Which is smaller, sick. More nimble characters kind of they grab a hold of it, they spin around it and launch themselves across the map at people.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Some of these environments are so wonderful. I think this saloon is probably my favourite one. It's either this or the pirate ship.
It really needs to be a competitive fighting game. They need to bring out a sequel. I keep saying this, but some of these fighting games just get forgotten, and they're so good. Yeah.
Do you know what my favourite thing is? The announcer who can't, announce things.
The one that's got a lisp. Welcome to Boulder.
I could never it's been 10 years, but I can never understand what he says in the intro.
My favourite thing, though, is when he
performs
like a massive combo, he goes, "Oh, wonderful!"
Camp as hell.
It's just brilliant.
Oh, yes.
Adds to the entertainment. Oh, look,
the whole game is campy. That's why it's so good.
Bloody Wang Tang.
Yeah, I always use Wang Tang. He's the most powerful character in the game, in my opinion.
He's also a poser.
Why?
I always played as Valgas, actually, once I unlocked him.
Oh, yeah, that's cheap as hell. You mean the final boss?
Plays the boss all the time.
No, that's just unfair.
Oh.
I hope you didn't play against human beings with him.
Fair. If I displayed the skill to unlock him, I should be able to use him.
Did you play against other human beings with him? Because that is so cheap.
No, I did, actually. But, sometimes I'd play this with my brother. Sometimes he'd play as Valgas as well.
Watch out. He's gone Super Saiyan.
Of the gods.
If you will.
Oh, man.
Yeah, maybe not, but...
I'd love to see a game like this at EVO or something, a fighting game tournament, because it'd be so hype to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
We should do it. And then only
you hit
us
the nail on
will
the
turn
head earlier. Fighting games just seem so bland and stale in comparison to
There's
this,
no
don't they?
innovation. I agree wholeheartedly. Even though I do love them, I'm their biggest critic as well. More games like this need to be made.
I agree. It's just the epitome of a Japanese game, really, isn't it? People say, the Japanese gaming industry is rubbish. They don't come up with any original ideas. But just look at Power Stone. I mean,
it's so vibrant, and it's not a first-person shooter. It's
it's different.
It's not an FPS.
Something other than COD. Oh, I remember the pirate. I like him.
Yes, indeed. Now, did either of you ever pick the Power Stone collection up on PSP?
I have played it. Yeah, it's a brilliant collection. It's perfect, actually. It runs just as well as the Dreamcast version. Looks just as good. But the only problem is multiplayer, really.
Yeah, I agree. So what we're saying, Capcom, is we would like a digital re-release, preferably on Xbox 360 and PS3, but we would accept PlayStation Vita as well.
Absolutely. Online playing, I would never get off this game. I wouldn't play another game.
Just pull some funding from somewhere else.
Get this bomb there from Dragon Ball Z.
Well, until that day, I think we're just going to have to make do with our classic Dreamcast copies.
I still own the game on my Dreamcast, but yeah. Oh yes, bros.
Thank you for playing. Presented by
Noob Review.